Welcome to Aquatic Wetline with Aqua Alex CARDINALE, brought to you by Oasis Aquatics. On Aquatic Wetline, you will learn about freshwater and saltwater tropical fish. This is the Aquarium Hobbyist livestream, hosted by an aquarium hobbyist for aquarium hobbyists. Learn everything you need to know about the aquarium hobby on today's episode of Aquatic Wetline. Feel free to post any fish-keeping questions in the chat or comments. Aqua Alex will answer them. The show starts in
Hello, fish keepers! Welcome to an all-new episode of Aquatic Wetline, brought to you by Oasis Aquatics, Aquascapeonline, and Little Egypt Aquarium Club. I'm your host, Aqua Alex CARDINALE. Tonight on Aquatic Wetline, we are going to talk about one of my personal favorite monster predatory fish that come from Asia. More specifically, they come from Southeast Asia. Now, this is a fish keeping viewers requested show. Over the last few months, I've had a lot of fish keepers request that I do an episode on Datnoids. And you know what? I also love Datnoids. So I share that with my fish keeping audience. We all have a love of Datnoids. Now, I have kept Datnoids in the past. It has been a while since I've kept Datnoids. I think it was at least 6 or 7 years that I've had Datnoids. The last Datnoids I had was probably around 2014, 2015, maybe 2016. So it's definitely time for me to get into Datnoid game again. So let's start the show with a little bit of an awesome announcement. So in 30 days from now, I'm going to host night 2 of my 10-year YouTube anniversary. And on that show, I am going to do a Oasis Aquatics unboxing. And one of the fish that I will be unboxing from Oasis Aquatics will be my first Datnoid in a long, long time. And it's one of my personal favorite Datnoids. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to tell you I will be getting a NTT Datnoid next month on my 10-year YouTube anniversary. So on night 2 of my 10-year YouTube anniversary, you will see me unboxing a NTT Datnoid along with a orange Zingu 1 pike cichlid and a couple of other awesome surprise fish. So I figured that would be a fun way to start the show. So tonight I'm going to give you a lot of information on the Datnoid. I'm going to talk about the different types of Datnoids. I'm going to talk about keeping and caring for them in the aquarium hobby and overall information on Datnoids. And at the end of the show, in our main event, I'm going to share 10 photos of Datnoids and some videos of Datnoids that I found on Facebook. Unfortunately, in 2022, my personal Facebook account, my main Facebook account, was hacked. And on that hacked Facebook account, I had numerous photos and videos of the Indonesian Datnoids that I raised from 2.5 to 3 inches all the way up to 9.5, 10 inches, as well as the NTT and American Tiger Datnoids that I kept. So unfortunately, I don't have any photos or videos to show of my past Datnoids because whoever hacked my account must have deleted it. But we will have pictures in the future of my new NTT Datnoid that I'm getting in about a month from now. So I appreciate everyone who has tuned in to this episode. So, viewers, what do you like about Datnoids? What is your favorite Datnoid? Let me know in the comments. And now, let's get this show started. And I'm going to start by discussing what I personally like about Datnoids. First, the first thing I like about Datnoids is that to me, they are a freshwater version of the fox-faced rabbitfish. They look very identical to the saltwater fox-faced rabbitfish. But of course, they are two completely separate fish. Of course, the fox-face lives in saltwater, while the Datnoid lives in pure freshwater. However, two species of Datnoid can live in brackish water. Also, the fox-faced rabbitfish is a herbivorous fish, feeding primarily on algae and vegetation, although in the aquarium hobby, a fox-face can be omnivorous. But the Datnoid is strictly carnivorous, meaning it feeds only on meat. But both the foxface and the Datnoid have yellow and black coloration. So the Datnoid is colored after the tiger, and the foxface is colored after a rabbit, but really doesn't look like a rabbit because I've never seen a yellow and black rabbit before, but it is a cool fish nonetheless. So I think the Datnoids are the freshwater version of the fox-faced rabbitfish, and the fox-faced rabbitfish are one of my personal favorite saltwater fish. So having a freshwater version of the fox-faced rabbitfish with a Datnoid, that is amazing. Another reason I love Datnoids is that they can be somewhat slow growers. That means you can have them for a while and watch them grow up and raise them for a while. They're not going to get massive overnight like a red-bellied pacu or a red-tailed catfish would. They're going to take their time to grow, and you're going to enjoy watching them grow, watching them eat, and you're going to enjoy watching that Datnoid that you got at 2 inches a year ago take its time to get to a foot long, and you're going to enjoy the experience of raising that Datnoid. Another reason why I love Datnoids is because they have a plethora of tank mates that can live with Datnoids. Now, Datnoids will eat smaller fish, so you never want to keep Datnoids with small fish, but they can live with fish that are too big to be eaten. So they go great with Oscars, peacock bass, chocolate cichlids, stingrays, silver dollars, tinfoil barbs, flagtail procholotus, etc. There is a lot of interesting tank mates that can be kept with Datnoids. And the last thing I want to mention about Datnoids, and the last thing I love about Datnoids, is that they are a unique oddball fish. They have great personality. Not every Datnoid is the same. Each Datnoid is going to be completely different from one another. They're going to be different by their personalities and by their looks, which is awesome, because their barring is going to be completely different from species to species, from fish to fish. And that is something that I really like about the Datnoid. It's very similar to the clown loach. Not every clown loach is going to look the same. Well, the same could be said for the Datnoid, and that is what I like about the Datnoid. Plus, the Datnoid has a great personality. What I really like about the Datnoid is it takes its time to get used to its new environment. It's going to take its time to adjust to its new owner, its new habitat. But once it is adjusted, they're going to see that sucker every day, and he's going to love feeding time, and he's going to be a very interactive fish. And they are the freshwater perch. That is what I really love about Datnoids, is they are actually a freshwater perch, which is very, very cool. I love that about Datnoids. All right, now let's talk about the 3 species of Datnoids that I've kept, and then I'll talk about my personal favorite kind of Datnoids. So the Datnoids that I have personally kept include the Indonesian Datnoid, or the IT Datnoid, which stands for Indonesian Tiger Datnoid. That is perhaps the most common available Datnoid in the aquarium hobby. I've also kept the NTT Northern Thailand Tiger Datnoid. And finally, I've kept the Silver Tiger Datnoid, also known as the American Datnoid. Now, I'm not sure why it's called American Tiger Datnoid. It does not come from America. It comes from Asia, just like all the other Datnoids. I'm assuming that the silver Datnoids are called American Tiger Datnoids, probably because they were one of the first Datnoids to be imported into the aquarium hobby. But I have no way of proving that. That is just my hypothesis and my opinion. So, of the 3 Datnoid species that I've kept, my personal favorite would be the Northern Thailand Tiger Datnoid. The NTT Datnoid is the most beautiful, the most colorful in my opinion. But I also admire the Indonesian Datnoid because the Indonesian Datnoid varies one fish from another. The Indonesian Datnoid, you're never going to have the same fish, because one Indonesian Datnoid's pattern is going to be different than the other, and that's why I like the Indonesian Datnoid. So my top 2 favorite Dats would be the NTT and the Indonesian Datnoid. Now, I personally like the silver Datnoid. However, I have found them to be a little bit hard to keep in pure fresh, and the silver Datnoid needs to be maintained in brackish water to live a happy, healthy life. I have never personally kept the New Guinea Tiger Datnoid, which is the NGT Datnoid, or the Siamese Tiger Datnoid. The Siamese Tiger Datnoid is the most expensive and rare of them all, and that is also known as the wide bar Datnoid. So that is another Datnoid that has eluded me. So I do have plans on having one NGT Datnoid, one Indonesian Datnoid, one NTT Datnoid, and maybe I will try keeping a silver again. So those are the Datnoids that I have kept. I've got my first Datnoid in a while coming next month on my 10-year YouTube anniversary, and that is going to be a NTT Datnoid. Then when I get working again, I will purchase some Indonesian and an NGT and maybe a silver. All right, now let's get right into the information on Datnoids. Right now, we are going to talk about the different types of Datnoids. Now, I basically alluded to them when I was mentioning the Datnoids that I kept, but we're going to go in depth on the different types of Datnoids. I have a little image here that is going to help us identify each Datnoid, so let me pull that image up on the screen. Okay, so the first Datnoid up top is called a Siamese Tiger, Datnoids Pulcher, and that is the wide bar Datnoid. This is an extremely rare Datnoid that you do not see every day in the aquarium hobby. If you do run across a Siamese Tiger Datnoid, they're going to cost at least $600 to thousands of dollars. So, in my opinion, way outpriced. You can definitely pick up a decent-sized Indonesian tiger for that price. So the next type of Datnoid, we have the Indonesian tiger, which looks a little bit similar to the wide bar Datnoid, but the Indonesian tiger Datnoid has thinner stripes, but grows to an equal size to the wide bar Datnoid. The wide bar Datnoid and the Indonesian tiger Datnoid look very similar to one another. So if you're a newbie to Datnoids, you might not be able to tell the difference. However, there are a couple of key factors in telling the difference, and we'll talk about that in just a second. And then we have the Northern Thailand Tiger Datnoid, which is also referred to as the Gold Tiger Datnoid, my personal favorite of the Datnoid family. And at the bottom, we have a silver Datnoid, Datnoids Pulta. Now, the silver Datnoid is a brackish water Datnoid, but they can live in fresh water for periods of time. But a lot of fish keepers have had issues keeping them in full fresh. And from New Guinea, we have the New Guinea Tiger Datnoid, Datnoids Campbelli. This is a very rare Datnoid, but they are equally as beautiful as the other 4 Datnoids. So those are the different types of Datnoids that are available to the aquarium hobby. Now, let's get into some information on tiger datnoids. So here is some really beneficial information for you. Datnoids are found in the tropical Southeast Asian water bodies, like the Mekong River and other water bodies in the Malay Peninsula. One species is found in New Guinea and is known as the NGT Datnoid. Datnoids refer to the 5 distinct species of the genus Datnoides in the Datnoidae family. They are also called tigerfish because they have stripes like a tiger on their bodies. Like tigers in the jungle, they prey on smaller fish for food by steadily approaching them and stealthily approaching them. The Datnoidae family is native to Southeast Asian countries like Indonesia, Thailand, and New Guinea. Some of these species are often mistaken for others because they usually do not exhibit distinguishing features at their tender age when they're imported into the aquarium hobby. Generally, when datnoids are imported into the aquarium hobby, they are usually no larger than 2 to 3 inches or 4 to 5 inches. Larger datnoids imported into the aquarium hobby have become harder to get and they are more expensive. So a lot of fish stores are now bringing in 2 to 3 inch, 4 to 5 inch, and sometimes 6-inch datnoids. Now, as I mentioned, there are 5 distinct species, and they are not all brackish or freshwater fish, even though the pet store attendant or local fish store employee might tell you that. Up first, we have the Siamese tiger perch or Siamese tigerfish, Datnoids poulter, wide bar datnoid. The Siamese tigerfish is probably the most common datnoid species in the hobby. They are often mistaken for Indonesian tigerfish since they look identical. However, Siamese tigerfish are distinguished by the 3 major stripes on their bodies and the 2 irregular stripes on their tail. They're also known as wide-bar datnoid fish. However, Indonesian datnoids seem to be imported more frequently than the Siamese tiger perch because they are more affordable and they are easier to tell apart. Up next, we have the Indonesian tigerfish, Datnoides microlepis. Indonesian tigerfish are the second true freshwater datnoids, although they share almost the same identity as the Siamese tigerfish. You can tell Indonesian datnoid apart from the stripes on their tail fins. While Siamese tigerfish have irregular stripes on their tail fins, the 2 stripes on the tail fins of Datnoides microlepis are the same. And then we have the northern Thailand tiger datnoid, which I call the gold tiger datnoid. Now, the NTT Datnoid has a scientific name that I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing, but I'm going to try anyways. It is Datnoides undecimeratus. The NTT Datnoid is also known as the Mekong tigerfish. This North Thailand tiger datnoid is the last of the 3 true freshwater datnoids. You will typically find them in the Mekong River Basin. They usually have about 3 to 4 stripes on their bodies. Their bodies have a bright golden color, which almost always turns yellow. And then we have the silver tiger datnoid, or the American tiger datnoid. One way to identify silver datnoids is to look out for their silver toned bodies, which is why they are called silver datnoids. They are not native to America as suggested by some. They usually have irregular stripes all over their bodies. Datnoids polta is a true brackish water datnoid. However, some people have kept the silver datnoid in freshwater. I have kept one in freshwater for about a year, but then he declined in health and he passed away. A lot of other fish keepers have had this experience with the silver datnoid, so they are probably best left in brackish water. And finally, we have the New Guinea tiger datnoid, Datnoides campbelli. Although they are sometimes found in fresh waters, they are native to brackish water bodies of New Guinea. However, they are more successful living in full fresh than the silver datnoid. You can identify them from the beautiful wavy stripes on their bodies. Unlike other datnoids, their color of their stripes is beautiful tones of gold and black. They are a absolutely gorgeous datnoid and one of my personal favorite datnoids. All right, right now we're going to get into caring and keeping the datnoid in the aquarium hobby. The optimal water temperature for datnoids is 75 to 84 degrees Fahrenheit because they are tropical fish species. They prefer the water pH anywhere between 7.0 and 7.5. Now, datnoids are very sensitive to nitrates and ammonia. Any spike in nitrates and any spike in ammonia can be extremely deadly to a datnoid. So it is really important that you must keep your water parameters and your water conditions under control. That means with datnoids, you should be doing at least weekly water changes. It would be best to change the water regularly to keep them healthy. Now, in poor water conditions, datnoids can develop pop-eye, they can get ick, they can get tail and fin rot, and even fungus. So that's why it's really important to keep the datnoids' water pristine. Now, datnoids can grow up to a shocking length of 16 inches, especially the Indonesian datnoid and the Siamese wide-bar datnoid. However, the NTT Datnoid and the silver datnoid generally stay a little bit smaller than the Indonesian and the wide-bar datnoid. I do believe the New Guinea tiger datnoid does get a good size as well. Now, datnoids definitely need some hiding spaces in their aquarium, so you should definitely provide some driftwood and decor for hiding, and they will feel a lot safer in a tank that has some hiding spots for them. So make sure your aquarium is equipped with plenty of hiding spaces, and your datnoid will thank you for that. Now, datnoids are carnivores, and they have a predatory nature. In the wild, they tend to eat other small aquatic animals. They eat small crustaceans such as crabs and shrimp. They also eat insects, insect larvae, and fish fry. They also eat worms such as bloodworms, blackworms, and snails. They eat smaller fish too, but they will only eat smaller fish on rare occasions, such as when food is scarce. Due to their predatory nature, datnoids are no different in captivity in the new environment. They tend to naturally prefer live foods. You can feed them small crustaceans like ghost shrimp, krill, and crabs. You can also feed them worms such as bloodworms, blackworms, and other healthy larvae you can find. However, this can be expensive to cope with sometimes, so you can supplement their diet with frozen food like frozen bloodworms. Otherwise, you can feed them freshly chopped seafood such as clams, mussels, etc., and even pieces of tilapia. Floating carnivore pellets can always come in handy when you run out of meat until you replenish your stock. Some datnoids will eat pellets and some won't, but it's always worth a try. But you are more likely to run into trouble feeding pellets to older tiger datnoids than you would with younger tiger datnoids. Now, I know some people are going to ask, can you have more than one datnoid in the same tank? Can you mix datnoid species? And the answer is absolutely yes. You can have more than one datnoid in the tank, and you can have different species of datnoids together in the same aquarium. I have done that in the past. My last datnoid tank, I had two Northern Thailand tiger datnoids. I had 2 Indonesian datnoids, and I had a silver datnoid. So yes, datnoids serve as a great tank mate for other datnoid fish. However, because datnoids are carnivorous, you want to avoid keeping datnoids in an aquarium with small fish species, such as tetras, gouramis, and other community fish, because the datnoid will eat the smaller fish species. Your datnoids will eat them sooner or later. While bottom dwellers will be good tank mates for datnoid fish, you want to ensure that you get big bottom dwellers to limit the chances of these great fish attacking them for food. Another tip is to keep larger and semi-aggressive species of whatever tank mates you choose. And there are a plethora of tank mate options that you can have with datnoids. Some tank mates you consider are freshwater stingrays, arowanas, silver, black arowanas, jardinis, Australian arowanas, Asian arowanas. Peacock bass and Oscars are great tank mates. Chocolate cichlids and severums are great tank mates. Larger catfish species such as the ripsaw catfish, red-tailed cats, if you have a really large tank, are great tank mates. Spiny eels such as the fire eel and the tire track eel would be great tank mates. Bikers are great tank mates. The endless cherry biker, the Lapaldi biker, ornate biker are all great tank mates for datnoids. Silver dollars, any of the silver dollar family, the larger growing silver dollars, tinfoil barbs, flagtail procelotus, bala sharks, and leporinus are all great tank mates for datnoids. And that is information on datnoids. I think I covered everything you need to know about datnoids. Should you have any questions on datnoids, please go ahead and post your questions on datnoids in the comments. Well, coming up next here on Aquatic Wetline, I'm going to show you 10 photos of some incredibly gorgeous datnoids, and then I'm going to share 5 videos of datnoids. But right now, we are going to go ahead and take a quick intermission. We are going to hear a word from Aquatic Wetline supporters. We will hear a word from Oasis Aquatics. We will hear a word from our newest supporter, Aquascapeonline. And we will hear a word from Little Egypt Aquarium Club, as well as our Facebook fish group, Just One More Fish. And then we will hear about some special upcoming YouTube live streams that I'm doing on my YouTube channel, including the 10-year YouTube anniversary. Don't go anywhere. Aquatic Wetline, all about datnoids, continues right after this quick intermission. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so, and I will show you the photos and videos of some amazing datnoids. We're back with more right after this.
So my name is Tom. I started fish keeping when my grandfather dug a fish tank out of the attic when I was about 5 years old.
So my name's Matt. I'm part of Oasis Aquatics. Been doing this for a long time. Started when I was about 7 years old. 22 years of doing this business.
I'm 29 years old now. I never stopped. There wasn't a day in between where I did not think about fish keeping.
I was doing a vet tech job for many years. Eventually I stopped that because this is my passion in my life.
Matt and I have known each other far too long, as many friendships should be.
And you're like, you know what? We need a fish store. There's no fish stores around here. So we had to make it easy access for everyone, to have many varieties, from the little small stuff for everyone to the monster fish keeper people.
No matter what it is that you're looking to do, we can provide it for you.
Aquascapeonline is proud to support Aqua Alex, CARDINALE and Aquatic Wetline. Aquascapeonline is an online exotic freshwater fish shop owned by Pedro Villegas, who specializes in piranhas, stingrays, cichlids, catfish, and more. Aquascapeonline has been monster fish keepers' go-to place for exotic large growing predatory fish for over a decade. Looking for a specific type of piranha? Aquascape carries both Pygocentris and Serisalmus. We also have Exodon tetras, wolffish, African tigerfish, and other toothy aquatic monsters. Check us out today. www.aquascapeonline.com.
Little Egypt Aquarium Club is a proud supporter of Aqua Alex, CARDINALE, and Aquatic Wetline. Little Egypt Aquarium Club is an aquarium club in Red Bud, Illinois, but it's also an online tropical fish supplies website. On the Little Egypt Aquarium Club website, you'll find tropical fish food such as repashy and flakes. You'll also find medications and breeding supplies and even live angel fish. Everything and anything you may need for your freshwater aquarium can be found at Little Egypt Aquarium Club. Orders over $200 get free shipping. Little Egypt Aquarium Club is giving a 10% discount by using the code ALEX. Remember, save 10% by using coupon code ALEX. Little Egypt Aquarium Club, my Shopify. Come.
Do you have kids who want to get a fish tank? Do your kids want to enter the aquarium hobby? The aquarium hobby is very relaxing and rewarding, but it can be quite the undertaking for a first-time hobbyist. Luckily, there is one young man who was once in your shoes. He decided to research and learn about the aquarium hobby, and used his experiences to write and publish a book for future kids entering the aquarium hobby. Introducing Fish Keeping for Kids, written and published by Brian Conway. Everything you need to know about the aquarium hobby in one book. Fish Keeping for Kids is a guide to keeping fish and other aquatic creatures. It uses easy-to-read language and images to help the information be easily understood. While it was written especially for kids 8 years old and up, it is a good guide for people of any age. This book covers all the basics and some intermediate-level topics to help someone get started and learn more about caring for fish and other aquatic animals. What do you get from Fish Keeping for Kids? Friendly. It was written by a kid for kids. Simple. Written in easy-to-understand language for kids and adults. Informative. Full of charts, graphs, and diagrams to make it easy to follow along with. Complete. All of the things someone should know when they start fish keeping. For more information and to purchase a copy of Fish Keeping for Kids, please visit www.fishkeepingforkids.com. That's fishkeepingforkids.com.
Brian Lamé and Aqua Alex are proud to invite all the tropical fish keepers to check out and join our Facebook fish keeping group called Just One More Fish. This group is a laid-back, drama-free fish keeping group that has fish keepers of all ages and experiences. Every and any fish keeper is welcome to join the group, ask questions, and show off their fish. On Just One More Fish, there is no such thing as a stupid question. If you ever need help with anything aquarium or fish related, please feel free to ask a question and trust that you will get help from more experienced hobbyists. While the group may be titled Just One More Fish, we absolutely love aquatic amphibians and reptiles too. Many fish keepers often keep reptiles too, so feel free to share your reptile knowledge. One thing that sets our group apart from others is the fact that we encourage YouTube fish keepers known as fish tubers to promote their fish keeping video content. Every Thursday, we allow fish tubers and every fish keeper to post YouTube fish keeping videos and fish videos. So what are you waiting for? Join the fun today, and be sure to tell the group you found out about Just One More Fish on Aquatic Wetline. To join the group, either search for Just One More Fish on Facebook, or type this link into your search bar: www.facebook.com/groups/JOMF/. See you there. Do you love to read? Are you looking for the next drama fiction book to read? You should check out Moments the Weekend, written and published by Katherine Jones. Escape into a world of emotions and experiences with Katherine's latest book, Moments the Weekend. Immerse yourself in a captivating journey that explores the magic hidden within the ordinary. About the book: in Moments the Weekend, discover the power of seemingly simple moments as they unfold over a weekend. Through laughter, tears, and unexpected twists, the characters invite you to join them on a roller coaster of emotions. It's a story that will resonate with anyone who cherishes the beauty of life's fleeting moments. Why you'll love it: engaging characters you'll connect with, a plot that keeps you hooked from start to finish, a celebration of the beauty in everyday life. Thank you for your support. As an independent author, your support means the world to Katherine. Thank you for being part of this incredible journey. Get your copy today and dive into the magic. https://tntbsmedia.com/ Are you ready for Super Sunday? Are you ready for NFL Super Bowl 58? AFC champions Kansas City Chiefs will battle the NFC champions San Francisco 49ers for the right to be the best NFL team this season and to be Super Bowl champions. Super Bowl 58 takes place on Sunday, February 11, 2024 at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The Super Bowl will air at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific on CBS. Just 2 hours before the big game, Alex Cardinale will be hosting his third annual Super Bowl pre-show. Live Sunday, February 11, 2024 at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Come join Alex for the NFL Super Bowl 58 pre-show. Join Alex Cardinale as he gets you ready for the big game. Plan for the Super Bowl 58 pre-show. Detailed look at how Kansas City and San Francisco got to the Super Bowl. Keys to victory for each team. Special guest appearances, who will pick a winner. Info about Kansas City and San Francisco, and more. Live Sunday, February 11, 2024 at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, right here on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. The next Saturday Live will be super. It's a supersized Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale, airing on Super Bowl weekend, live this Saturday, February 10th, 2024, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. It's Super Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale, a Super Bowl 58 and Valentine's-themed Saturday Live. The animal of the week will be the Bengal tiger. The Oasis Aquatics featured fish for the first time will be a saltwater fish, and will be a pink-tail triggerfish. Aquascapeonline featured fish will be the Sanchezi piranha. Aqua Alex's featured fish is the pink-kissing gourami. Alex Cardinale will get you ready for the NFL Super Bowl 58 between the Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers by discussing tips for hosting a Super Bowl party, my favorite Super Bowls, and comparing Kansas City and San Francisco. Get ready for Valentine's with Alex Cardinale, discussing Valentine's gift ideas and romantic locations. Chef Alex Cardinale will have more Valentine's recipes and diabetic-friendly recipes. Sergeant Slaughter will have a triple set of facts. Get facts on the NFL Super Bowl, Valentine's, and Dunkin' Donuts from Sergeant Slaughter himself. All that and more, including Karens and funny videos. Live this Saturday, February 10th, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale and Instagram Alex Cardinale 93. It all begins again. You are invited to celebrate 10 years of Alex Cardinale on YouTube. Alex Cardinale created this YouTube channel on March 6, 2014. At the very beginning, this channel was dedicated to tropical fish and aquariums. As the years progressed, this channel has incorporated WWE, cooking and baking, crime discussion, and even a Saturday talk show. Now, 10 years later, I am growing bigger and better on YouTube. I now have well over 1,000 videos, well over 16,000 subscribers, and well over 200 million views. For 10 years straight, I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into this YouTube channel. Through the good and the bad, one thing has always remained true. Alex Cardinale will always be on YouTube. No one or nothing can stop me from creating my quality content, and no one can stop all my success. From 2014 to 2024, I've persevered through the hard times and celebrated all the good times. I'm very thankful for my loyal audience. Now on March 6th and March 7th, 2024, it all begins again. It's a new beginning. Let's celebrate a decade of dominance, a decade of perseverance, a decade of the unexpected, a decade of greatness, and of course a decade of being legendary. The 10-year YouTube anniversary will be a 2-night extravaganza beginning Wednesday, March 6, 2024, and concluding at the end of the show on Thursday, March 7, 2024. Both shows will begin promptly at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and will air live on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. It will be a stupendous event, and you are all invited to be there. The 10-year YouTube anniversary extravaganza begins Wednesday, March 6, 2024, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Night 1 of the 10-year YouTube anniversary has a stupendous lineup. There will be a very special, mystery surprise guest who will be revealed during the show. Loyal viewer and personal friend Jeremy Stelhern will be another guest joining the fun. Chef Alex is celebrating a decade of being on YouTube in style. Chef Alex will whip out the KitchenAid stand mixer and preheat the oven, because he will be making cannoli sandwich cookies and red velvet cheesecake. Aqua Alex will also be in attendance, and he will discuss something fishy and may even get new fish and have a surprise in store for the audience. Alex will have a surprise vlog-style video at a cool location. It could be a zoo, it could be an amusement park, it could be a casino. It will be revealed during the show. Surprise appearances. Who will make an appearance this year? Detective Alex will discuss the Springfield, Massachusetts strangler Alfred Gaynor. All that and more. Live Wednesday, March 6, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. The stupendous 10-year anniversary party continues on Night 2, live Thursday, March 7, 2024, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. Another stupendous lineup in store to conclude the 10-year anniversary. Aquatic Wetline supporter and Oasis Aquatics owner Tom McGuire will be one of our special guests. What will he discuss? Will he bring a special fish keeping gift for all the fish keepers watching? Hint, there may be an Oasis Aquatics discount. Business mentor, podcaster, and personal friend Catherine Jones will be another guest to join the party. Catherine has known Alex since 2013 and has been with him throughout this incredible journey. Aqua Alex will do an Oasis Aquatics unboxing and have some other fish surprises. Chef Alex celebrates 10 years in style once again by showing you how to make a cheap man's version of veal parmigiana using beef. Chef Alex will also show you how to make a chocolate cake with peanut butter frosting. There will be another surprise vlog at a surprise mystery location. Who will make special appearances? Will it be a legend like Mick Foley or Kurt Angle from years past? Detective Alex Cardinale will discuss a shooting that happened at a Lake Worth, Florida high school. All that and more. Live Thursday, March 7th, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. Be part of history and have fun.
Welcome back to Aquatic Wetline, where tonight we have been discussing Datnoids. And that's right, a month from now, a month exactly, it'll be night 2 of our 10-year YouTube anniversary. And earlier tonight, I revealed that on night 2 of our 10-year anniversary, I will be unboxing a NTT Datnoid along with several other fish from Oasis Aquatics. So that is your hint to tune into night 2 and night 1 of our 10-year YouTube anniversary. Anyway, tonight we are talking about the Datnoid, and before our intermission, I gave you some information about all 5 species of Datnoids, and I told you how to keep and care for them in the home aquarium. Well, now it's time for the fun part of the show. It's time to see some photos and videos of these beautiful tigerfish that come from Asia. And they're very, very cool fish. They are a cool freshwater perch. So let's get into the photos first, and then I will show you the videos that I have for you. All the photos and videos were emailed to me from the people that requested that I do a Datnoid show. So I thank you very much for all these great photos and videos. So here is our first photo. And there's some large Datnoids in there, in with some smaller Datnoids, which to me is kind of risky because the larger Datnoids could easily eat those smaller ones because Datnoids do often eat smaller fish. But that is a beautiful picture. I like the two larger Datnoids the best, and I also like the albino arowana in the background. And then this is a NGT New Guinea Tiger Datnoid that was submitted to me. Very, very cool Datnoid, and they're very unique looking. They look a lot different compared to the other Datnoids that we've talked about. Here are some northern Thailand tiger Datnoids, or the gold Datnoid. These are my personal favorite Datnoids. They are very, very beautiful. Here is a large NTT Datnoid. It is very rare to see large northern Thailand tiger Datnoids in the aquarium hobby, but I know the man that has this fish, and he takes excellent care of his fish, and he really loves Datnoids. Here is a beautiful Siamese tiger Datnoid, or the wide bar Datnoid. Very, very gorgeous looking fish. And this is a Indonesian Datnoid, a pair of them. Very, very nice. And this is my buddy Kevin's Northern Thailand Tiger Datnoid. And it has three of my favorite fish in one photo. You've got the Northern Thailand Tiger Dat. You've got the thin bar Mylius gumberki silver dollars and the flagtail Procelotus. My friend Kevin and I have the same taste in fish. And here are some northern Thailand tiger Datnoids available at a fish store. Very, very beautiful. These look to be about 2.5 to 3 inches in length, which is the size that they are most commonly imported. And finally, this is the actual stock photo of the NTT Datnoid that I will be unboxing 1 month from today. So on night 2 of my 10-year YouTube anniversary, I will be unboxing this fellow right here. This is a NTT Northern Thailand Tiger Datnoid, and it'll be going right into my 125 mixed community tank. Right now in there, I have my arowana, I have my 2 albino red, or my 2 Latino red Oscars, and some convicts, and a couple of severums. But I'm definitely going to change the tank around once the fish from Oasis Aquatics come in. I'll probably rehome most of the convicts and rehome the Jack Dempsey. I'll probably rehome a lot of the common fish. I'll definitely keep my silver arowana. I'll definitely keep my 2 rat keel severums and my liverfire severum. And I'll keep one of my Latino red Oscars probably, and I'll keep an albino tiger. And then I'll add whatever fish I get from Oasis Aquatics. So it's going to be a really cool tank. But that is the NTT Tiger Datnoid that I'm getting from my friend Tom at Oasis Aquatics. And I have to give a shout out to my friend Tom at Oasis Aquatics. He is a class act. He is definitely a passionate fish keeper and a passionate aquarium owned, or excuse me, a passionate aquarium shop owned by a hobbyist. He really does this for the love of fish and not for the money. So I really appreciate everything that Tom has done for me, Aqua Alex, and Aquatic Wetline. And it's going to be a pleasure having him on my show in a couple of weeks here on our 10-year YouTube anniversary. So that's going to be amazing. All right, now let's get to our final part of the show. I'm going to show you 5 videos of some Datnoids. Here is our first Datnoid video. Here are some beautiful adult Datnoids. Those were some beautiful silver Datnoids. And here is our final video for this episode. All right, fish keepers, that is everything I have for you on Datnoids. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Aquatic Wetline. I definitely love Datnoids, and I hope you love this episode. Thank you so much for requesting me to do an episode on Datnoids. You definitely re-sparked my interest in Datnoids, and I cannot wait to get my NTT Datnoid next month for my 10-year YouTube anniversary. And then in a couple of months after that, I'll probably get some Indonesian Datnoids and other Datnoids as well. This was a great show, so thank you everyone that tuned in and watched today's episode. Whether you watched live or you watched the replay, I appreciate your view. With that being said, have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the aquarium hobby. Enjoy your Datnoids. And thank you for watching Aquatic Wetline with Aqua Alex. Happy fish keeping, everyone.
The real Alex Cardinale would like to thank you for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed the show and learned something new. Please take a moment to hit the like button. Please hit the share button and share today's video on social media, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. If you are not yet subscribed, I highly recommend subscribing to my channel. Simply hit the subscribe button and then ding the notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live next or upload a new video. Please like our Facebook page, The Real Alex Cardinale, for exclusive news and updates on live streams and exciting videos. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.